Hey guys, good morning. I'm here at CrossFit Kilo 2 and the blower just came on, so the heat, which is kind of nice for me because it's not very warm in here, but it is a little loud. That won't last forever, but just so you know, if you're having trouble hearing me, that's what's going on. Hey Jess. So for you guys who are used to taking this class on the CrossFit Kilo 2 Instagram, thanks for coming over to join me here on my Instagram for this morning's class. Hey guys. Oh, hey Nat. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to move really slow this morning and just kind of see Natasha. Love it. We're just gonna move really slow this morning. My week's focus on all the classes I've been teaching have been hips and hamstrings. And just from teaching the classes, I'm really sore. So if you guys have been following along with me this week, you might be feeling that too. Otherwise, we are just gonna get started this morning with some gentle movement. I'm going to try to speak very loudly to you. Hopefully you can hear me okay, but I am gonna scooch back to my mat. And I'm bringing my coffee with me. All right. So find yourself in your space you wanna practice this morning. I'm going to be over here on my mat. You don't need a mat. You can be on your floor, your carpet, whatever feels comfortable to you. But we are going to start in tabletop. So bring yourself to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm going to tuck my toes under just to get a little feedback through my toes. And we're going to start with some gentle rocks back and forth. So just drop your hips back towards your heels, and then rock forward, shoulders over fingertips. Good. Do that again. Hips back over heels, just press into your palms, and then shoulders over fingertips. So if you have your toes tucked under like me, you're going to get a little stretch in your feet. It feels kind of nice this morning. And then up and through. One more time. Just not worrying too much about the back bend, just warming up through your hips, through your arms. You're going to bring that back to center. We're going to start with just a little hip circle. So we're not going to take this into full range of motion, but I want you to just pull your right knee into your chest. And then you're going to open your knee out. We're just going to make a little circle with our knee, pull that knee behind us, and then pull it back in. So we're just taking this hip car, a little mobility technique, but we're not going to take it super big yet. We're just warming up this morning 3 times each way. So once you get through one direction, go and switch sides. So coming into that fire hydrant pose, pulling the knee in and lifting it back. So try not to take a back bend or a round in your spine. We're just working that hip right now. Good. Now bring your toes down. Tuck your toes under if they aren't already. And I want you to push the floor away and just lift your knees 1 inch away from the floor. Just hover the knees. Good. Pull your belly in. Just turning on your core, waking up mid core, your midsection. Breathe. And then drop your knees down. We're going to do that hip car on the left. So go ahead and lift that left knee towards your armpit. Open it out. And then rotate it back. I'm going to spin towards you guys so you can see what I'm doing from this side and maybe you can hear me a little bit better. So we're going to go knee out. Good, just each direction. So if you started the other way, that's okay. 3 times each way. Just making a circle with that knee, working through that range of motion of your hip. Good, and then other way. Knee back, around, and through. Try not to take the back bend. Good, keep breathing. Set it down, awesome. And then we're gonna do the same thing as we did on the other side. So tuck your toes under, press into your palms, and just lift your knees away from the floor. So core is braced, we're not rounding our spine, we're just pressing into the floor, squeezing our belly, breathe, and drop it down. Awesome, go ahead and bring your toes together to touch knees wide this time, and you're gonna drop back into child's pose. So walk your hands forward and come all the way down until your forehead is resting on the mat. Now while you're here, if your forehead isn't naturally hitting the floor, grab a pillow, grab a blanket, maybe you have some things lying around, or just lift your hips a little bit higher. So as your forehead rests down, your hips can lift up. Good, and then start to notice what's going on. Stay in your pose. Start to notice what's going on. So if your hips are lifting, can you pull your low belly in and find a little bit more length through your back? So now we're finding that round in our lumbar spine to drop our hips towards our heels. Stay here for another cycle of breath and see if you can reach your fingertips out a little bit longer. Your forehead is rested down, getting a lot of length under your arms. Breathe here. And then on an inhale, we're gonna roll our way up. So now we're back to tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And just drop your belly down, lift your heart, breathe in. And exhale, round into cat spine, breathe out. Good, so just like we did on our hip car, we don't have to come into full range of motion this morning right now. We're just warming up our spine. So just taking a little bit at a time. With each round, you go a little bit deeper into that back bend. Press into the floor. We're gonna do this 2 more times. So just like you warm up your kit, think about starting slow, small, and then just getting a little bit bigger each one. Oh, the blower turned off, yay. Oh, now I don't have to yell. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and find neutral. Tuck your toes under again, hover your knees, pull your belly in. Breathe here, try to find a neutral spine. And now I want you to pull your right knee towards your right elbow. Good, so a little bit more activation through the core. Pull that knee in, step it back. We're gonna pull the left knee into our left elbow. So press to your palms, warming up your belly. Step it back and drop it down. Awesome, just walk your hands towards your knees and I'm gonna have you come to your seat. So you're just gonna come to sitting on your heels. If this isn't comfortable, you can find yourself on your bottom, it's fine. I'm gonna scooch in a little bit just so that I'm a little closer to you. And we're gonna cross our arms over our chest, hands towards your shoulders, and we're gonna warm up our upper spine. So pull your elbows in towards your belly button, round chin to chest, and then I want you to twist towards your right hip. So you're gonna keep that left hip grounded into the left heel, twist to the right. So elbows into the right hip. And we're gonna reach those elbows up to the right. And we're gonna take a big circle with the elbows. So cross over center, little back bend in the upper spine to the left, twist to the left, and then drop your elbows down into that left hip crease. Elbows towards your belly button. Good, we're gonna do that again. So elbows over to the left, twist left, right hip stays down, and then lift your elbows up, cross over center to the right, and then pull your elbows down into your right hip crease. Good, and then round your spine. Just stay here for a moment. See if you can let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Let your chin round, back of your neck gets long, and then you're gonna roll your way back to tabletop. We're gonna come back into cat-cow, but this time we're gonna do it a little bit differently. So toes can be tucked under or not, whatever you like. But I want you to walk your hands to the right, like 45 degrees, and we're gonna do cat-cow here. So knees are still pointing forward and just gently, chest drops, chin lifts, and exhale, round. Good, big stretch on that left side. Again, chest drops, and round. Go ahead and walk yourself back through center, and we're gonna go to the left, just 45 degrees, hands over. Drop your belly, lift your heart, and exhale, round. Again, inhale, chest through, and round. And bring it back to center, we'll just do one regular cat-cow. Drop your belly, lift your heart, and exhale, round it out. Good, and tuck your toes under. We're gonna find high push-up plank position. You guys all know this. So you can stay on your knees if you'd like, otherwise just tuck those toes, lift your hips, press into your palms, and I want you to pull your right knee into your right arm. Good, so just like we did in our tabletop, our core is nice and strong. Pull your foot away from the floor, keep that knee pulling in, press through your palms, breathe. We're gonna take low lunge with the right foot outside our right hand. So see if you can pull that knee into your armpit and then step the foot forward. Good, nice deep lunge here, stay here, I'll spin towards you. We're gonna find just a nice runner's lunge. So drop your back knee down, hands inside that front foot, and let's just do some circles with the knee. So knee's gonna just trace over that ankle. So as you do this, let the rotation come from your hip. So of course there's gonna still be some rotation in your ankle, but I would like you to really think about finding that rotation through your hip. So find more external rotation as you press your knee away. And let's go both directions. So just little circles. If you're moving faster than me, that's all right. Just working out any crunchy stuff, any tightness in that hip. Good, and then we're gonna stop here, press the ball of your foot down, and keep your left hand down and start to reach your right hand up. So just notice what's happening in this twist. You can come up on your left fingertips if you'd like a little bit more space, or on a block or a pillow. But pull your belly away from that thigh. Now start to reach your right hand behind you. So I'm gonna reach towards my left heel. So I'm reaching back. Good, maybe let your gaze follow your thumb as you reach back towards that left heel. Good, open your chest, press the floor away. And now reach back up and over, big stretch through that side body. I'm gonna have you walk towards your left leg. So we're gonna pivot on that left knee, walk over towards the left leg, and I want you to find a nice deep lunge on this left side. So just drop down, you can even drop your booty towards that heel, and I'm finding a big stretch across this hip, this inner thigh. The left hand's gonna reach out and then big stretch up and over. We'll just follow that hand to the floor, and then we're gonna walk our way all the way back up towards the top of our mat into that runner's lunge. Rotate on that back knee, hands back under the shoulders, and you're back in runner's lunge. Good, from here we're gonna take a half split. So you can do it from this runner's lunge position with hands inside your front foot, or just toe heel your foot between your hands. Good, this is a more traditional pose as we pull that right hip back. If you're here with the foot outside your hand, you're just gonna find this hamstring stretch with a little external hip rotation, which sometimes feels kind of cool, sometimes not. So just see how that feels this morning, what feels good for you. And I like seeing people popping in. Hey guys. Good. Roll forward, and then we're gonna roll back. So we're gonna do this at least 3 times. As you move, just make it really dynamic. Notice what you're feeling. See what's holding on. If you notice anything catching or some tightness. And we're gonna stay here and linger in this half split. So flex your toes back towards your face. Let your heart reach for your toes. And even while you're here, you can still find some movement through your hip. So you can still bring toes out, externally rotate the hip, toes in. And so just find some movement through that hip. I'm trying to move from my hip and not my ankle. Good, while I'm staying in this stretch. Good, use one more cycle of breath to come just a little bit deeper. And then on an inhale, go and float forward. You're gonna push your hands down around that foot, or if your foot's outside your hands, that's fine, just push your hands down. Lift your back knee, tuck your toes under, press the floor away so much. We're gonna step back to high push up, but pull your belly in, try not to drag your toes. Ugh. I'm on AstroTurf. I get to drag a little bit, right? It wasn't very graceful. We're gonna push up. Press your hands away. Good, and then we're just gonna step that left foot forward, outside our left hand. I think we have to do this knee thing first though, right? So pull this left knee in towards your armpit, squeeze it in, pull it in, press the floor away, breathe, and then step the foot down. Pretty sure that's what we do on the other side. Okay, back knee drops. We're gonna stay on our palms, and then just take those little circles with the knee. So just notice what's happening on this side. Just little circles, finding that movement through the hip. We're gonna go both directions. Keep breathing. I'm gonna switch directions now. But if you wanna keep going that way, it's fine. Maybe you're moving a little faster or slower. I'm gonna take one more cycle of breath here. Go ahead and then start to linger into that pose, into that stretch. You keep the right hand down, and we're gonna reach that left hand up. And so big stretch as you twist towards the thigh. And you can come up on those fingertips if you want a little bit more space. And then start to reach the left hand back towards your right heel. So I'm gonna spin so you guys can see it from this angle this time. So my back knee is down, my hand is up for the twist, and I'm just gonna reach back for that heel. Big open chest, gaze at your thumb. And then we're gonna come all the way through center. So reach the arm up, big stretch up and around, and then I'm gonna walk my hands towards that right knee as I straighten out this left leg. So not the best angle for me to be in as I show you that pose. Here we go. So drop those hips back. Just gonna come to sitting back on that heel, reach your right hand out, and then big stretch up and over. Good, big side body stretch. Left heel towards your fingertips. And start to walk that hand down, so a big arch as you pull that hand towards the floor, reach it around, and we're gonna come all the way back to runner's lunge towards the top of your mat, left leg forward, hands inside your front foot. So now's our half splits. So you can be here, hands inside your front foot, or we're gonna bring that foot in between our hands, whatever feels good this morning. And we're now just rock forward and back. Lean forward, hips low, and just pull those toes back. Just looking for some space through that hamstring, working out that back hip as we move from extension to flexion. Continue to breathe. We're going to do this at least a couple more times. You're with your own breath on your own count. And we're going to linger in that half splits. So just pull those hips back, flex your toes towards your face. You can stay here or you can find that hip rotation. So as your toes pull back, you're going to see if you can rotate from your hip and go toes out and go toes in. And just keep breathing. Just looking for some space in this hip. One more time here. Stay with your breath. Good. And then on an inhale, start to float forward. We're going to try that super graceful move again. Hands under shoulders. This time I'm going to cheat a little bit and come up on my fingertips. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Press the floor away, pull your belly in. Now try to float the foot. There we go. And then step it back. Oh, to high push-up. Awesome. Go and just press yourself to downward facing dog. We haven't even been here yet this morning. So just lift your hips high. Just drop your belly down towards your thighs. Good. Lift and lower your heels. Get a lot of length across your upper body, through your armpits, down your lats. And then walk your feet up towards your hands, little steps, and fold over your legs. Hips are high, chest is dropped. You can bend your knees a little bit more than you want to or you think you need to here. Find just a halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, fold again. Drop your belly towards your thighs. Looking for some length across your low back. So really thinking about rounding your back as you pull your belly in from your sacrum all the way down your spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. And then we're going to find ball pose. So lift your heels and just round your forehead in towards your knees. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Think about when we did that T-spine rotation. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Round your upper back. And now inhale, look towards me. Breathe in. And exhale, round it out. Again, inhale, chest through. And exhale, round. Good. You're just going to come to lying on your back. So wherever you are on your mat, I don't really even remember which side I picked as the top today. That's okay. Just go ahead and lie down on your back. You're going to pull your knees into your chest and just rock gently side to side. So we've been at this now. I can't even remember how many weeks it's been. I was keeping count last week, I knew, and now I don't know anymore. But either way, I thought this morning, since we do this every Thursday, I'll change my position each week to make it more interesting. So somewhere in the gym, a new spot. Instead of the same spot every week. At least that changes it up for me. But keep your knees pulling in, and then go ahead and drop your feet towards the floor. We're going to take figure 4 with the left leg on top of the right. You can just drop that right knee away, and see if you can rock gently side to side. Oh, all the way over to that right glute, and then all the way over to the left. Good. Working out any tension across your hips. We've been doing some pretty intense mobility work on our hips this week in the classes that I've been teaching, so I can really feel this all the way up. Good. Go and bring that left foot down and then pull it all in towards your chest. I'm curious how many people did those V-ups this week that were programmed. I did not do them. I would rather do toes to bar, but I didn't do that either. If you did those V-ups, I just feel like you must be really sore. Keep pulling that leg in. And we're going to switch this up just a little bit. I want you to grab around your right knee and your right foot and use your arms to pull that right leg towards your chest. And now from here, I'm going to have you straighten your left leg out. Reach it out long. Keep pulling the right leg in as you hover the left heel away from the floor. Good, and then pull it back in. Good, now while you're here, you can straighten the leg and flex the knee. One more time like that, straighten and flex. Good, and now we're gonna try something new. So you can do that same thing where you hold your leg, or I want you to bring your hands to the mat, pull your belly in, and I want you to try to activate your hip to try to pull that right foot towards your chest, and we're gonna let the left leg lengthen. So keep pulling that leg in and lengthen the left leg long. Keep pulling that right ankle in. Squeeze, and now nice and slow, pull the left leg back in to catch the right ankle, and find the stretch. Whew. Good, breathe here, rock side to side. You can straighten the left leg and bend. And when you're ready, just go ahead and set that left foot down, and we're just gonna switch sides. So right foot to the mat, left ankle on your right thigh, and from here, we're just gonna windshield wiper those legs. So nice and slow, feel the length across your hips, the massage on your glute as you roll over onto the side. Give yourself a couple cycles of breath here to just feel this out. And then whenever you're ready, go and find your stretch. Just start to pull that in towards your chest. Wherever you want right away, just feel the stretch on your hip, the left hip, left ankle on the right thigh. And then we're gonna find that extension of the right leg. So grab on the left leg, grab the left foot, the left knee. So you're gonna use your arms to pull this in. And then just flex your right toes through your face, pull your belly in, and you're gonna lengthen that right leg away. So just feel that stretch across the right hip. Good, and then pull it in. Lots of control with that leg. When you land it, go ahead and straighten and flex the knee. Give it a couple times. And then you can do that again, or we're gonna play a little bit. With hands by your hips, press down into your mat, pull your belly in. Try to activate your left hip so you're pulling your left foot to your face by the strength of your hip. And then from here, pull your belly in, keep pulling that left foot in, and let the right leg lengthen. Oh gosh, I can already feel my left hip is not as strong. But keep pulling the left foot in, and then really slow, right knee bends. Catch the left ankle. Oh, and find the stretch. Good. You can do that a few times, that'd be good. Keep breathing. Nice and slow, just let that right foot plant. Release the left ankle. Windshield wiper the knees, just without the figure four. Just opening across your hips. And then when you get there, just roll off to one side, whatever makes sense. And gently press yourself up. We did it. Awesome. All right, well, I hope you guys had a good stretch this morning. Thanks again for joining me over here at Lean Power Yoga's Instagram. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week, okay? Thanks so much, you guys.